If your blade still isn't sharp, you're missing this. Most people are sharpening wrong. So in 4 steps, I'm going to take this blade from blunt to razor sharp. But if you miss step 2, you'll actually make it worse. And step 4 is what actually makes it razor sharp. This is the step most people skip, and it's why your blade never gets truly sharp. The first step is not about sharpness, it's about fixing damage. A 1000 grit stone resets the edge, removes chips, uneven wear, and restores a clean baseline. If you skip this step, everything after this is just a polished bad edge. So we create the correct edge geometry on the 1000 stone, and you can use sandpaper for this. It will work, but you will get a slurry as the sandpaper breaks down with the water. So I'm going to use a whetstone for this. Links down in the description for all of the tools and materials that you need today. And make sure you wet your sandpaper or stone to make sure it works perfectly. So look at the existing bevel and then match this angle. Use slow controlled strokes. And then you want to really carefully feel the edge of the blade. You should feel a burr appearing. This tiny burr along the edge tells you when the blade has reached an apex. And an apex is where the two faces of the blade meet at a sharp point. If you're struggling to get the burr with a 1000 grit stone, then what you need to do is dip down to a lower grit, so maybe a 400 or 600. If you can't get that burr, it's because your blade is really damaged and you just need to work off a little bit more material, and it'll be much quicker if you dip down to a lower stone. All right, let's continue with the video. Step 2 is the refinement stage. So the 6000 grit will remove those deep hittings and scratches left by 1000 grit stone, and it starts to clean up the edge. This is where most people rush or underwork their blade. If step 2 is incomplete, you still have deep scratches left from the 1000 grit stone. Part of the burr will still be remaining, and the edge will be uneven at a microscopic level. And if you jump to the next stage, it just smooths over those scratches. This means you will get an edge that's shiny, but it's not sharp. So grab your 6000 grit stone and sharpen it nicely with some clean passes. You want to make sure you match that existing angle. My stone has taken an absolute beating, so please ignore that. I need to grind it down. So good progress here, but the next 2 steps are what actually matters for blade sharpness. I'm curious, what sharpening method do you actually use? Let me know down in the comments. Step 3 is the green compound strop. This is where the edge really starts to polish. Green compound doesn't sharpen the blade in a traditional way. The compound contains these fine abrasive particles that polish the edge. So this video up on screen explains everything that you need to know about compounds. So grab your leather and then use the flesh side to load up some compound. And you want a nice consistent thin layer. Then we want to use some light consistent pressure. I'm actually going to use a slightly shallower angle so I don't risk rolling over the apex. And then I'm going to do 10 or so passes on this side. It's quite sharp now, but the last step will transform this blade. I share more bonus tool tips and behind the scenes content, as well as other perks exclusively for members. Check it out by clicking the join button down below. Now this is the final step that most people never do. This is what takes it from sharp to hair shaving sharp. So we're going to use a raw veg tan, no compound at all, actually get a higher grit finish than if you were to add compound. And it has a really consistent, nice grain size. Again, match the same angle as you did with the compound and do around 10 or so passes. It's weird to say, but you'll feel the blade gliding over the strop. There won't be any resistance and it'll feel really smooth as it moves over. If you're just starting out, don't stop here. This video up on screen is the perfect follow-up. Let's keep crafting.